morning class. I am Harry Castro from University of Southern Mindanao. I am your instructor in this class. Our discussion for today is all about engine. So this is the example of engine. For other references, the engine is the brain of the vehicle. It's because engine is give power to vehicle to move or to run. So in engine, in a parts of engine, we have rotary parts. So the example of the rotary parts is the flywheel. So uh, observe the flywheel. And the third is the reciprocating parts of the engine. The reciprocating parts, it means the movement or moving up and down. For example, our piston. The movement of our piston is up and down, or what we call or vice versa. And another other example is the push rod. So this is the push rod. The movement of this is up and down. And and in our engine there are three major parts, which are the cylinder head, cylinder block, and the oil pan. In cylinder head, where is the spark plug and the valve train pieces. This is the spark plug hole, and the second is the cylinder block, where is the crankshaft, camshaft, and the piston place. And the last is the oil pan, or oil pan where the oil storage. It lubricates our engine. And that's all for our engine. Thank you for listening and watching. Pleasant morning to all viewers, and I am Regine of Mitis, and I am your instructor to discuss tuneup. So our discussion for today is all about the tuneup. So tuneup is the process of maintaining good condition to our engine. So that is the process to maintain and to give spontaneous condition, good condition to our engine. We have a process of tune up the engine. So first, we will be observing now the engine while the engine is start. So we will use our sense in hearing when there is knocking inside. So that's the time we will conduct the tune up. And then the second procedure to tune up is to check the oil gauge or the oil level in the oil pan or crankcase. So let's have this oil gauge. So you see that the oil is very thick, and that is needed to be changed oil, or we will have now the conducting the tune-up. So that is the part of tune-up, to check our oil level. And the third, we will use now our tools for conducting the tune-up. So let's have here to introduce to you the tools. This is now the power hand tools. No? This is the power hand tool, and we have the flat screw, feeler gauge, open wrench with the size of 12, and then we have the socket wrench. So, in performing the tune-up, we have the tool. In adjusting our valves, we will think first the firing order. That is 1, 3, 4, 2. Always observe the valves of each piston cylinder. So we have there the first and the second, third, and the fourth. So the firing order came from the 1, 3, 4, and 2. So we will adjust now the valve to be conducting in our to identify the piston sequence or piston numbering, we could use this pulley to be our clue. So there is the pulley place, and the number of piston will be directed in one piston. So pulley, the starting piston is number 1, and the second piston inside, and the third piston inside, and the fourth piston inside. So the firing order of this engine is 1, 3, 4, 2. And we should know that when we conduct now the adjustments to our valves, we will observe this is the number 1 and this is number 2 or number 4 I mean. So here is the piston number 1 and the running mate is number 4. When we observe the valves of the piston number 1, this is the exhaust valve and this is the intake valve. So when we adjust this side of valve, these two valves, we will observing now the running mate, that is the fourth cylinder or the fourth cylinder. So I will introduce to you the exhaust valve, intake valve, the intake valve, exhaust valve, exhaust valve, intake valve, exhaust valve. So that's all. And I will show to you how to adjust our valves. I will use this power hand tool with a socket to be rotate our pulley, and we have the flat screw to adjust the bolt nut. And I will be using this the feeler gauge. This is the one tool to adjust our valves. And then the standard clearance of our valve is for the exhaust valve, the clearance is 8. And then for the intake valve is 12 thousandths mm and 8 thousandths mm. So we have our feeler gauge, we have 8 thousandths mm and 12 thousandths mm. This 8 thousandths mm is for exhaust and 12 for intake. So we have now our assistants uh, to rotate our pulley and to observe, and let's observe the valves. So first, we will adjust the first cylinder where the valves is placed, and we should observe also its running mate. So the running mate of cylinder 1 is cylinder 4. Okay, this is now the exhaust valve of cylinder 4. This is exhaust valve, and this is the intake valve. So the clue here to know when the time of cylinder 1 is to be adjusted, observe the movement of the valves. Okay? So the movement now here is the exhaust valve will be going down and up, and the intake valve will move downward in a little bit of degree. So that's the time we could adjust now the cylinder 1 where the valves place. Okay? Let's observe the movement of the valves. So rotate into the clockwise to focus here. Okay? Down, up, up, up. Okay. Now, so you see that the valve or the intake valve has a movement downward in a little bit. So that's the time to adjust now the valves in our cylinder 1. So the clue here is now the push rods is freely to turn without the compressing or the pressure of the metal to metal contact. So let's have now the adjustments to our valve. So I will try it again. For the exhaust valve, this is the clearance of 8. Wait, here is now. So the clearance is very good. And then we have now in the 12 thousandths mm for the intake. Okay, it is very good. And then that is the clue how to adjust our valves. So, and that is the process on how to adjust our valves in our engine. So, by observing the running mate and the movements of our valves. So that's all. Thank you for watching, and God bless.
And that's all naming parts of the exploded parts of the engine. And thank you for watching. God bless you. Hi, hello, good morning. I'm Nurwali Kamal, your instructor. Let us discuss all about the overhauling. You have any idea what is overhauling? Okay, overhauling, this is a process to disassembling or disassemble the parts of the engine. Okay, the overhauling, this is a process to give a good condition of an engine. In a short, back to standard of the clearance of an engine. Then, there are causes or symptoms why we conduct overhauling. First is loss of compression. We conduct overhauling if the engine is have a low compression. Then second is hard starting, and third is oil consumption, and fourth is knocking. For last is the poor power. And on our engine, we have three major parts, which are the cylinder head, where we replace the valve trains, and the second is the cylinder block, which is we are placed the piston and camshaft, and the last is the crankcase or oil pan with storage of the oil to lubricate of an engine. And now I will giving to you the naming parts of the exploded engine. You remember, we have three major parts of the engine, which are the cylinder head, cylinder block, and last is the crankcase or oil pan. First, for cylinder block, we are install the crankshaft and the oil strainer. And for the cylinder head, we are placed the valve train. This is the valve tappet and push rod. The movement of this push rod is going up, going and down, and this is what we called as the camshaft, and this is the cam lobe, and gear. This gear driven by the oil strainer. And this is the conventional type of the distributor, and this is the what we call as the pulley, and this is the piston of the engine. This is piston, and this is the connecting rod. This is the piston pin, and in this piston we have three piston ring. We have the compression ring, and we have the oil compression, and for our manifold, we have the intake manifold, and we have the exhaust manifold, and this we called as the timing chain. For timing, we have the timing chain, then timing belt, timing gear, and that's all. Then we called as the conventional carburetor, and this is the oil filter. This function is to filtering the oil, and this is we called as the main journal cap. Then this is attached over there, and that's all naming parts of the exploded parts of the engine. And thank you for watching. God bless you. Good day, everyone. I am Michael Narado, your instructor for today, and this day we will discuss all about the several systems that is used in overhauling and tuneup. So, the first system, we have ignition system, cooling system, lubricating system, exhaust system, and ignition system. So that 5 systems
it is common that it is used in overhauling and tuneup, that it is really, that will observe and diagnose also. So forth. Alright, the second system is the cooling system. Cooling system maintains the normal temperature of the engine, so it can cause overheating of an engine. Next is the lubricating system. Lubricating system helps not damage or didn't damage the moving parts inside the engine, and it also helps to prevent overheating. Next system is the exhaust system. Exhaust system helps to minimize the exhaust gases sound from the engine, and it also helps to prevent overheating. Next system is the fuel system. Fuel system is also important in the engine. It is because fuel is the one which supplies the power of an engine. Without fuel, there is no movement in the engine. So that's all. Thank you.